Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Stacy at Crafty Dragon Creations. I'm so happy to be crafting again. I have another life change. I lost my job that I had. It's quite the blow, but honestly it's kind of a blessing in disguise. It wasn't really good for me mentally. I was doing it because the money was good, but I was miserable, and everyone around me saw it, and so I've gotten great support from my family, even people that aren't family, that are friends of my family. Anyway, so I'm hoping to be able to get back into this. I don't know how much or for how long, but I am so happy to be here and not feel rushed. So, happy Lammas, happy Lunasaw, however you say it. I can't believe it's August 1st already. This is insane. This year has been crazy. So, let's get started on our wheel. I have over here my board and my pieces. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. See if I don't even know if my glue works. It's been sitting here dormant for so long. There we go. Not bad, not bad. Alright, so Lammas, Lunasaw. What is that all about? Well, traditionally it is observed on August 1st, and it's a festival that is had marking the first harvest of the season. So farmers have been farming, growing crops, all the wheat and vegetables and fruits, and so this marks when all of that is ready to be harvested. It's kind of halfway. It's halfway between the summer solstice and the autumn solstice. So this kind of marks the halfway point. It kind of signifies the start of, late summer. So yeah, well, that one I did all pretty, and I haven't touched any other ones. So we've gone 5 so far. Got 3 more to go. There's our wheel. Let's get started on our folio as we talk a little bit more about Lammas. So here is the outside. I want to, this is beautiful. I love this, but I want to decorate it up just a little bit more, mostly around the edges, because I have time. I'm excited about this. I haven't really been able to craft much, so I'm happy to be doing that now. So let me get a scrap paper here. Okay. So, this is just a stamp that I have. I'm not putting it on a block or anything. I just kind of want to go around the edges here because that's really all it's going to show for the most part. Just add a little bit more dimension and interest. Alright, so Lammas, let's talk about what this time of the year means. So historically, it marks, as I said before, the time when the first harvest is ready. The wheat and grain crops have matured enough to be harvested. I need to score this. Okay, where's my scorer? What did I do with it? Kind of cleaned up my desk the other day, and now I don't know what I did with anything. I just had it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. So this is, or historically was, a vital time for farming. This is when all the fresh grains and everything were provided, and you know, stores can kind of restock. They were getting low. Wait, I'm gonna need that again, sorry. Okay, so here's that. I'm going to I just want a visible line, so when I put my stuff in here, I know where that line is. There we go. Yeah, so the word Lammas comes from the Anglo-Saxon word that I'm not going to try to pronounce, but it translates to loaf mess. And this is because all the wheat and the grains and everything are ready to be harvested. This was when all the bread was being baked, and you know, it was celebrated that the breads can be made and eaten and partaked in. Let's see. So this one, I should have left lines where to fold this, but basically it's going to fold like this. Want it to be straight. Okay, so that wasn't so difficult. I did print on both sides, so it really shouldn't matter which side, but I think the darker side will show it better. And make sure I've got this. Okay. Let's see. Make sure that's going to be nice and crisp, and it will kind of interlock together. So I just want to kind of see where this is going to be. There we go. All right. Yeah. And then I have another stamp. So I have this Stampers Anonymous set, and I want to take this one. And this one I do want a block for. This is kind of big, but we'll use it. So I want to kind of put it over here. It's okay if some of it will be covered or hanging off. Yeah, it's not great, but we're gonna go with it. Okay. I think actually I'm gonna ink around that with the black, just so that it stands out a little bit more. So continuing with Lammas, this was also a time for community fairs and gatherings. Looks like I cut that really weird, but I didn't. So, going beyond agriculture, this was a time for, you know, fairs and markets, community gatherings that would happen before the demanding hard labor of the full August harvest began. So it was kind of a, okay guys, this is our last chance to kind of have a little gathering. So let's party. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down just on the 3 sides and leave this as a pocket behind here. Scoot it over just a little. Here we go. There we go. I don't think I need that anymore. That was kind of easier to see, wasn't it? That, okay. So we'll have a pocket here, so we can not put that back there. All right, so let's do this side. I don't remember now. Did this go in here? I think we put that in there. These go on this side. I'm not quite sure why that's so tall. Did I mess up? I don't know. We can also put it over here. Nope, those are bigger. I guess that was 4 in here. Okay. So if you see on this one, this line right here, that's the fold line. And I purposely put the design a little bit outside of it so that when you fold it, you still have you don't really have to worry about inking if you don't want to. So I'll show you what I mean here. Okay, so you can see where I scored. So now when I fold, I don't really have to ink it because the color kind of goes around. And I didn't do the whole thing because there's no need to. So therefore, we save on some ink. So how has everyone been? I have missed doing this. I have missed interacting with you guys. Hope everyone has been doing well. So that can be like a little secret compartment there. I just said you don't have to ink, but you still can if you want to. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to put some tape here. This will kind of help, little trick I learned from Tracy. This helps things catching when you put stuff in there. And I forgot to glue here, so we're going to glue there. Then we can put our glue here. Okay. So we have that. And let's see. These two. I did the same little trick on here. That's the line that you fold on. so let's get these folded. Okay, so then these will go over here, and I am going to stack them just a little. They do fit on here as two separate, but I want to be able to put taller stuff up there, so. Okay, so let's do this bottom one first. Get our tape. Okay, now before I glue this down, I want to figure out where I want this one. I think I'm gonna ink that just so you can see that a little bit better. Let's go like that. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get this one down. And then we'll get this one down. Okay, so there, I have to trim that down a little. Okay, so now, yeah, we can decorate with stuff. This is just like can be a journaling card. See, that can go in there or in there. Nope, I have to go down here, which is fine. Here's our recipe card and our correspondence card. I trim these down just a little so that I can fit them. Of course, I can always make a pocket on the back for these. Yeah, let's do that. And then have that tag. What else do I have? Okay, so we have lots of things to decorate with from Tracy, which is fantastic. Let's see. So I wonder if that'll kind of help. I don't know why it stays better that way, but we're gonna go with it. Okay, so let's cut this out. Okay. I am going to ink around this just a little. And let's see. That can even be a pocket as well. Oh, we also have that one. No, I like this one. Okay. So I'm going to cut this out. Okay. Give that a little ink. Okay, never mind with that. I don't like that. So I should have put this on, backed it with something, but we're gonna go with it. Okay. I'll just make that a little pocket as well. We could do that. Or actually, let's do this one. I think that fits a little better with the wheat. There we go. And then we have some just cute little tags and stuff that we can put in there, and that one's too big. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry just a little bit before I do that. Let's see. So here, maybe we could just put one of these. Let's do Lammas. Okay, so let's see, let me get another little Maybe we'll decorate that like that. I think this needs a little more inkage. A little bit darker. There we go. Okay, so let me go around that real quick. There we go. Like that. And then over here, let's see. The sunflower, will that fit? I think so. Let's cut that out. Okay, so we can put that there. And then let's see here. So much fun stuff. I can put this one up here. Or let's see. Okay. Okay, let's just do that. We'll put this one up here. And then I think that's good. We can put something up here. I like this. So let's do that. Okay. There we go. I like it, like it, like it. Okay. So now this one we can put back there. Could probably actually put I'll just leave it stick out so that I remember that it's back there. And we have this neat little journal card. Oh yeah, we need to decorate in here. I have so much decorating. Alright, let's do... So, talking about more of Lammas. Sorry, I've been concentrating on this. So we talked about traditional things that people did to celebrate this time of year. In more modern times, people just kind of recognize this day as simply a seasonal milestone, a shift, you know, in the change. Let's see. Yeah, people just kind of notice, you know, subtle changes. Trying to think and talk at the same time. It's not really working that well for me. I really want to put that in there, but that's, I have to trim that down. All right, let's see here. I don't know how well this is gonna look. I might totally mess this up, but we're gonna find out. People still, you know, celebrate local agricultural things by still baking breads. You know, it's still kind of the time when it's recognized that the harvest is happening, or is going to happen for this year. Is that catching, or is it really too tall? It's really too tall. Okay. So let's see here if this is going to be a weird shaped tag, but I really want that to go in there. There we go. I think that's fine. I could also do this and do that. There we go. Tight fit, but there we go. We'll make it work. I like it. like that in there. Now I did have, that's right. So I have this, and this is meant to be kind of like a floating pocket, but it doesn't have to be. But it does have these cute little cards to go with it. There's also like I cut this kind of weird, this is actually kind of supposed to go on here as decoration, but I put a picture on there. So I could do this side, but I think we'll do this, and leave that off. This could also go up here. So now this one I did not put the picture over the line, so however, I think I'm just going to cut that off. Because I'm not going to be putting too much in here. Do this side. And then our cute little pumpkin cards can go in there. Now, do I want to glue this down or do I want to leave it as a little floating thing, in which case I could put a belly band. Okay. Let's see. I think we'll use this. I'll just need to cut off the little edges there. That's not straight. Ooh, that's gonna be tight. All right, I'm gonna round the corners. Actually, let's make them fancy. There we go. And you can't tell how straight it's not. Okay. We are really going to have to watch the amount. You know what? I might use tape. Hold on. Hope that this is not too wide. All right, let's try it. I almost want to even cut this in half. Okay, so that, yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, so, see, I don't think if I just leave it in there, it's gonna fall out. So, I think we're just gonna have to glue it. Dang. And of course, I'm leaving this to be a pocket. So we can put that little tag up there. We can make a little pocket out of this. No. Can make a little pocket out of this. And let's see. Okay, so then this can go in there, or even this one. Yep, that one can go in there as well after we let the glue dry. Okay, this side, that side I don't know. Go ahead and put these in there. not that one. I'll leave that. Okay, then, so do I want to cut these down? I don't know. All right, let's do it. Cut these down as much as I can so that they'll fit in there. And I'm going to decorate the corners. Oh, cut off the T. That's right. I know what it is. Okay. So that one can go in there. That one can go in there. We still have that pocket up there, so we can put our little tags in there. Okay. I have more that I can cut out and put in there. I think for now I'm just going to leave that. Alrighty. There we go. Our little folio. Little journal cards in here. I got this one up here. These little cute little cards. Can always decorate more here. And then we have our recipe card and our correspondence card. Let's decorate this. Let's do this one. There we go. A couple little tags up there. And we can still put stuff on the back. All right, so there we go. Our Lammas folio for the Wheel of the Year, creative turning. I know I didn't talk too much about llamas because I was concentrating. But yeah, if you saw one of the words, corn dolly. So in folklore, farmers would save the last sheaf of grain harvested, and they would weave them into corn dollies or wheat knots, and then these were kept throughout the year as a symbol of good fortune for the upcoming growing season. So that's the thing, the deal behind the corn dollies. So yeah, there's our folio. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm a little rusty coming back from not doing this for a while and still kind of dealing with some mental stuff from this job I had. But thank you guys for joining me. Really appreciate it. Please be sure and check out Tracy's video. Yeah, and go to the Facebook group, get the freebies. The kit is available now. So thank you guys for supporting and having fun and playing along with this. All right, guys, until the next one. Bye-bye.